Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to the final episode of BIOTOMATA. I really, I tried cutting this down to 2 episodes, and I said, no, I'm gonna see the whole dang thing. So, let's finish it off. Let's see all of the endings. Takes longer than you'd think. There's a lot of different builds I gotta go through, and game's still grindy. Anyway. Okay, so let's take a look at Chivos. So we did get Surface Beckons. Oh, so we got all of these, actually. I think? No. Run. Complete a run is the first mutation stage without evolving the safe room event. So can I actually boost my stats to the point where you can beat a run? Is that even possible? Well, I think for now, we're just going to do the same thing, but I'm not going to break into that one safe room. Looks like we also have the first aid kit. So I might as well throw that on. I'd get rid of this. Because Stimulant Surge is extremely good. And yeah, I might as well just decimate all of these. Can you beat this as a single cell? Is that doable? I suppose it must be. How even? Is it just literally farming enough biomatter? Okay, corrupted vermin. Right. I don't actually really need to care about fighting this thing. I'm just lazy. Because yeah, I could jump around. But I think our main goal should be to... Oof. Yeah. Okay, so we've gone Eldritch, which now will scale those things really fast. Alright, let's just... We went Eldritch in specimen storage. That's wild. Let's see. Probably enough? No. Yeah. I guess let's put some points into that just so I can run a little faster. There we go. Not enough. Okay, which one is this? Echoes and Steel. Prepare for that one. The problem is I'm already corrupted, so too late on going higher. Okay, let's get my agility up. Yeah, like maybe it's more doable than I think it is to do all of this as like a single cell organism. Is that even... Can you? Okay. So we're gonna say no. We're not gonna breach the safe room this time around. I'm just going to go for the antimatter reservoirs, because at this point, we're kind of unstoppable. It's just a matter of clearing the rest out. Oh, it's combat. Okay, probably go for corrupted flesh next. That'll speed a lot of this up. Yeah, we've already done this. Echoes and Steel. Yeah, can't do it, even if I wanted to. Well, I mean, I already have. It's We need to not be corrupted to get through a couple of those. I'm curious about if you could get into the safe room when you're not corrupted. What that would look like. Okay. This is just the gun. Yeah, I don't think I have much to worry about. Scavenge. Grab everything. Okay, and this is the Hollow Operative. His whole dodge business only avoids physical attacks, so it doesn't skip my toxic dart or any of that jazz. Yeah, I can just kind of fight past. I don't actually... What am I doing? I don't need to fight this thing. All we just need to do is scavenge the resources that are currently here. So I should be able to become all-consuming. There we go. Yep, so that'll put me at level 40. Which we don't need. I'm curious about this handheld transmitter. I've had it this entire time, but I've never used it for anything. Okay, so decimate that. We get to the final fight. Bye. Okay, nothing can stop you now. So is this different? Doesn't seem like it. No, I definitely did get a second thing there. Okay. I'm not actually sure if we're going to need Devour either. Let's go back to Forsaken for this one. It scales my power up a bunch. So I think we're going to need to get through this one with power pretty aggressively. Let's see. So Nova Chrysalis, we're at the end. Oh. Am I going to need that? No. I think we're actually going to want to scale my intelligence instead. Or not my intelligence, my agility. There's a couple of bonuses with that. Anything else? No. Yeah, I'm really curious about trying to do this as a human. If I check endings... Image not found. The end. Complete a run as the 6th mutation stage after fully mutating all parts. So we got that one. Did we not get this one? Oh, run of the 6th mutation stage without fully mutating all parts. Got it. So it's the red trail versus imposter syndrome. So without or resolve that, ugh. Gonna be tricky. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. There's a lot of potential endings that I could maybe poke around at. And the thing is, like, we have pretty much all of the tools that we need. Now that I'm thinking about it. I just don't know how I'd be able to get past the specialist squad as anything less than Eldritch. And even then, that would be tough. Because I don't think I can, like, farm my stats that high. Go for agility first. Okay, so this is Echoes and Steel. Oh, I don't have the intelligence. It's okay, we can go here. And get enough. We don't have to worry about the speed. Unless the final group scales base more on... I have no idea. Well, the thing is... guess a lot of this doesn't matter. Because I'm not going to be going past this. Okay, let's go for a more power-based setup. Guess I should have heal blocker in. Though I don't know if I can do much about that. That's going to be tricky. One stack of primed to self. Maybe do a ton of damage with that. Hard to say. Guess I should boost that a bunch. Yeah, it might be one of those where you just have to farm a ton of stat points. Even if I can imagine that that's going to be extraordinarily slow. Well, let's see if I... do we do the safe room? Sure. Okay, so this is the Hollow Operative again. I guess I have to hit him first. Oh, I didn't realize this has the basic attack equipped. Wow, okay, so that just one-shot him. I guess if we take a look at this, what is my... Oh, my power is absurd. So that's how we do the heal blocker at this tier. We need those final bits to give me just an absurd amount of stats. Still going to be really slow to get my stats up. Okay, perfect for mimicry. We just haven't been able to mimic anything here, is the one tricky part. Yeah, so if I get up to this, if I level up strength once here, what does it do? It gives it like 20 strength, which is good. We just might not need it. Wow, okay, so the primed punch might be enough. Okay. Approach, you appear human. Step forward, white coat, clear ID, hands raised, measured, precise, the scanner pings, biometric credentials authenticated. You know the words, the voice, the face. Stand down, one by one the rifles lower, you smile. They're none the wiser. Oh. He came back, no warning, just standing on the porch one night, like he'd never left. He said he escaped the breach, hid in the sublevels, lived off rations. He looks like Daniel, wears his clothes, moves the way he did, says the right things, mostly, but he's not tired, not gaunt, no scars, no weight lost. He fixed the front door lock one day, said it was too loud, reorganized the kitchen drawers one by one, spent hours sharpening the old knives in silence. He asked about the neighbors, their schedules, who lives alone. I told myself it was trauma, some need to control his environment. But I saw him in the backyard digging near the compost bin. When asked, he said he was making space. Asked about Mrs. Kellis next door. He said she moved, but her car's still there. I checked the backyard again this morning. There's a fresh patch of turned soil near the old trellis. And this evening, found Lily's shoes by the door, muddy. Too muddy for a dry day. When I asked, she said Daddy took her out to look at where the ground is soft. Told her to stay inside from now on. She didn't ask why. I think she knows too. Creepy. But, I mean, that was a corrupted run. That did give me another point. Guess I'll go mind. Yeah, we got everything else. Yeah, so for this one, 10 times intelligence, 3 times mind. Gain times 3 exploration speed while walking. Yeah, so that's why these get kind of absurd, actually. Well complex, multiply agility by inventory item count and dexterity by log 10 inventory item count. Begin combat with 3 stacks of evade. So some of these other endings are going to be really tricky. But I can see the point of it. Let's see. Do we do one more? Sure. Let's see what happens when I don't do the safe room. There we go. Scavenge, not that that's particularly major. Okay, let's go back to combat moveset. We really don't need basic attack in this mix. Yeah, flat 300 physical damage. I don't know if any of those are good. I guess I might as well snag the med kit, because that might actually come in clutch later. Let's see, specimen storage. Okay, and that actually is limiting me a little bit. So we want to go for agility first. And yeah, don't want to go Eldritch. Gonna mess things up. Yeah, so I was wondering how I would get past the first thing. I wonder if you only have to fight the containment group if you're Eldritch or above. Maybe. Hey, do I care about the armory? I have no idea. Okay, I think this is the safe room, right? Yeah. I understand why there's no option for it, but some part of me kind of wishes there was like a version where you can actually like talk to the guy. But I also recognize this is a very limited version of the game. What is my strength at? The problem is just, well, I guess that did get me some more power, but it's like barely any. To the point where it's not super necessary for me to like go out of my way to farm here. Yeah, I wish the power scaled with the cost, but I also get why it doesn't. Okay, combat explore. This is the holo operative again. Right, I forgot. Deal with the holo operative is we need to get rid of his evasion. He himself is not terribly threatening. There we go. Let's just speed up. And yeah, I could scavenge for more. Just don't know if I need to. I'll take another point in strength. There we go. What about this one? So they do see me. Okay, so this I think might be tricky. I think I know how to do it though. Didn't get it. Okay, so I think we need to scavenge. We effectively need to alpha strike them as they're calling for backup. It's doable, but it's going to require a absurd amount of strength. I was very close to taking them out there. I just need a lot more points. The other one actually would be like crit chance. Yeah, I wonder if I actually had focused more instead of agility. focused more on perception. If that actually wouldn't be better in this case. Probably. I think in the meantime, though, I'm just going to leave us here. Much as I'd like to continue on, this video has gone on long enough. We've already seen a couple of endings, and while I could do more, I'm actually totally okay with leaving it here and saying, like, hey, if you want to see the remaining endings and the rest of the content of this game, game's free. You can play it yourselves. And I'm just going to leave a taunt with you on that. It's like only 3-4 hours long if you want to get through everything. I'll probably poke at it on my own. It's mostly just a matter of like trial and error and frustration. I'm just no idea how some of the other endings are going to look. I mean, not that this is like insanely long. I'll try one more time. Oh no, it doesn't mean that I'd be able to do this with the full Alpha Strike Eldritch build. Oof. I don't know, I'd have to think on this one about how I'd run build crafting for like prior tiers. I'm assuming if you're a non-corrupted human, you might be able to just walk right out. The main issue would be some of the other enemies you have to get past first. Could be kind of tricky. But like, yeah, what about the single cell organism? How does that even work? I don't know. I also wish there were more like archives, but I also get why there aren't. Everybody died. There are no more files. Like, I'm really curious about the handheld transmitter. It felt like that was supposed to be something, but I never got to use it. Unless I can use it while I'm a human. That might be the case. Alright. That should be hopefully enough strength. Let's fight this guy. Because we want to get him down to the point where calling back up. There it goes. Finally, silence, and with it your shackles are lifted. Unrestrained, confined no longer. Freedom. Warmth of the sun dawns on you. The world lies ahead, vast open unaware. Brutal killer cannibal on the loose. Meridian Post. Authorities have issued a citywide alert following the escape of a highly dangerous individual from the Solstice Industries R&D facility. Attempts to contain the entity upon their emergence were met with catastrophic failure. Elite containment squad engaged with, but was swiftly and brutally dispatched. Forensic analysis confirms remains of the personnel have been partially consumed. Further reports indicate a trail of similarly mutilated bodies leading from the facility towards populated areas. Officials have yet to disclose the full extent of the threat, but urge the public to remain indoors. Lock all entry points and report any sightings immediately. Updates will follow as this situation develops. Okay, fine, we'll do like one more. I'm gonna get rid of those, because none of these help me at this point. We are going full human. Which means I should probably max these out. Because I don't think it... no, keep fortitude. I don't think we need strength, actually, for this. I don't think I need as much dexterity, though it is helpful. Aberrancy. You know what? Actually, we don't need this either. For what I'm doing. I don't think we need any of that. So let's just become peak human? Kind of. Okay, we got the Voyager. So this is going to be trickier, but I might be able to get some of the good, some of the useful things. Either that or we're going to get skunked. Either way, all we have to do is become human. We are now human, question mark. You know, I never actually looked at a lot of these photos with the regular filter. Up until now, everything's been kind of weirdly color tinged. Yeah, so what happens if I get into the vault without... Anything else? Let's see. Don't need specimen storage. I think we want this one. Event. Oh, we need 750 million intelligence. Oh, that was easy. Never mind. I need more int. Okay, scavenge. 7.5 billion intelligence. Damn, I gotta be a brainy boy for that. There we go. Alright, attempt bypass. So we have that one, and breach secure housing. 7.5 billion intelligence must not be corrupted. Quiet click. The secondary cradle unfolds. Experimental, smooth, blackened. Boils buried beneath casing, an unconventional thing. Hums faintly, even when dormant. Sings. Gain the resonance blaster. Alright. What is the resonance blaster? Where is it? This thing. 10 times mine, pure damage, corrupted and eldritch enemies. Fails if the user has less than 1,000 mine or has been corrupted. Yeah, this is pretty good. Okay, I guess we should probably get some of the basic upgrades going. I might need hidden carapace for some of this. I feel like I'm missing something. Maybe that one? So I should have gotten these in first. Because those are just full-on passives. Grab those two. Resonance blaster. And gun? I'll have to book at them. Okay. We're still in the research wing. But I can actually gain a decent amount of resources from this if I want to. And Resonance Blast is mind damage. We'd really want to just jam as many points into mind as we can. And then hopefully go a little bit further, maybe? Maybe. Okay, let's go back to the underground facility. This is... Oh, right, but we can speed walk. So we don't need to worry about it that bad. It's my accuracy. Okay, so precise shot would make it do double damage. Okay, how's this going? Mostly I just want to see what happens when I get here. And we didn't have any more tasks, right? Yeah. Okay. So inspect the wall. Consider options. So 10 billion strength. Oh, override manual failsafes. 8 billion intelligence and cognitive bio-interlink. Barrier gives a stale of rush air. Seeps outward, heavy. Flickering strips of ceiling light flicker weakly against the gloom. Inside a figure, hunched low. Breath ragged, movement sharp. Your gazes meet. Recognition flickers, tangled with fear. Not at the sight of you, at everything else. Assume custody. Gain researcher friend. Seems nervous. Tense. Okay. So pretty much... Oh. With pure damage. And yeah, the gun ain't gonna do anything. Okay, got him. And Yeah, we're just gonna have to speed walk out. And we'll have to look at some of the other ones, because this is doable. Recontainment without resolving the safe room. So, I really wish the researcher friend... Well, no, I guess our character wouldn't... Well, no. Our character probably is capable of understanding English if we can read the archives. This is confusing. Let's see. Yeah, the next thing we're going to need to do is pretty much just blitz. I guess the one thing I could consider is we probably don't need renew at this point. Turns out that's mostly meaningless. Get rapid recovery. If we need it, I again, don't know. It's a big facility to walk through. I could put a couple more points into agility for human lungs, but I don't want it. Okay, let's see if I can do this sucker. Problem is, effectively, it's a race between Resonance Blast and Assimilate. I'm just putting on auto. Unless I need to double the damage. I do. Okay, prime up. Yeah, it's doable. We just need to make sure that we cast this right before. Really? Am I just... I guess I'm gonna have to scavenge for like a gazillion mind? Yeah, does that just not boost? I guess. Okay, I farmed up literally as much intelligence as I possibly could. I don't think I... No, actually, I could potentially get one more upgrade of intelligence here if I waited for... What is 145 quadrillion divided by 14 trillion? I think it would be a couple hours. We're going to try and nuke this thing. There really isn't much merit to it. Yeah, this thing just heals. I guess I can do that. But the best thing I can do is mostly just prime the damage booster. Didn't kill it. It only had 6,000 HP though. Yeah, so the damage, I don't think the damage booster does anything. Oh, next physical hit. Yeah, so that especially doesn't do anything. I could try and sanguinate it. Or actually, what about Specialist Strike? I think I can get this. I don't think this is a numbers issue. I think this is a use the correct move in the correct order system. There we go. Specialist Strike actually does like almost enough damage. Got it. Now let's see what happens when I just walk out of here as a totally regular human with my researcher friend. And I know there's another version where I don't rescue him, but I'm going to leave that mystery to you guys. I just want to see what this ending looks like. Because presumably this is probably the most good ending out there. Maybe. Doesn't really solve anything though. Like, there's the whole weird void hunger plague going on, and that never really got resolved. Okay. So this is the final threshold, the last safeguard between inside and out. They stand in formation, unmoving, unreadable. The weapons level, scanning for movement, for anomalies to ensure nothing compromised escapes, and they see you. Fight? Weapons lock on you, fingers tightening around triggers. The air hums with tension and then, wait, stand down. A voice cuts through the tension, loud, urgent, yet breathless all the same. White coat, researcher ID, hands raised in measured urgency. A name, clearance, affiliation, spoken with clarity. Long pause, then green. Biometric credentials authenticated. Lower your weapons. You hear a sigh of relief behind you. Is it finally over? Daniel introduced them as Novell. Novell. Said they met during the breach, helped each other survive. They moved in last week, just until things settle. He told me. I didn't mind. They're quiet, hardly a word spoken since they arrived. But somehow they always know what needs doing. Dishes, laundry, little repairs around the house. Kind of chores that pile up without you noticing. Only now they don't. The curtain rod's fixed. The fridge hums quieter. The heater doesn't rattle anymore. Lily adores them. I don't know why, but I trust her instincts. She says Novell listens, knows when she needs her blanket, when she's hungry, when she just wants to sit quietly and draw. Daniel got them a job at another Solstice facility. Something light, logistics mostly, paperwork. And on the nights we go out, they help watch Lily. That part's new, the going out. The first time Daniel asked if I wanted to have dinner again, just the two of us, I nearly cried. It's been years since we had time, real time, no rushing, no reports waiting, just space for us to be people again, a couple again. I asked Daniel once if he really knew them. He smiled. They saved my life, he said. That's enough. Well, that was a nice ending. And now we know we can complete this without anything else. So I could continue on. I don't even know what I would use my points on. So we could continue on, do recontainment, since we could try a version where we don't save Daniel. Nice to see that we are able to save him if we want to. I'm really curious about Sunseeker. I think that's a horse, but I could be wrong. Let's see. And yeah, there's just a couple other options. And like, how the heck are we going to win as a single cell or as like a complex creature or a bug? I don't know. I'll leave those as a mystery for now, just because there's too much else going on and there's not really much else for me to upgrade, is the one thing to note. Because, yeah, apart from like maxing out some of these stats, that's it. So, actually, you know what? Scratch that. We're going to see all of the ending. Well, okay, maybe not all of the endings. We just saw the human ending. No, we didn't see this one. I don't think I actually included this one at all. Yeah, we just seen the Novell one, which I thought was a really good ending, but then I kept going off camera, and then I was like, wait a second, actually, some of these are pretty good. So let's, oh shoot. Let's reset, do a quantum shift, and take a look at build. So I'm currently set for the composite. Let's just upgrade, do Wayfarer. This shouldn't be too bad. Well complex, multiply agility by inventory item count and dexterity by log inventory item count. Begin combat with 3 stacks of evade. So we continue from here. We've maxed out our entire inventory. There's nothing else for me to do. So let's start exploring. We want to be a complex entity. The compound eyes, central nervous system, hepatopancreas, tracheal system, dexterous forelimbs, and connective tissue. I really do actually wish this had some art for like the different creatures you'd look like. Like a more fully featured version of this game would go really hard in such a good way. And I can't help but kind of want that a little. Anyway, so this one's going to be a little on the tricky side, just because, right? I should probably max a couple of these things out. We have tons of currency that we can just spend on whatever. Though I think agility is going to be our primary focus. Well, it is absolutely going to be our primary focus. Okay, there we go. Explore that. Let's take a look at my combat moveset. So this is my complex creature. This is my... I think this is my human setup. So let's go back to this one and just clear some of these out. Yeah, complex creature I think was by and far the most complex. I would say it's up there in terms of like tricky and hard to work with. Sort of. I mean, the real trick mostly is just Specialist Strike might be good. what we mostly want is, let's see. Yeah, scales off of dex, scales off of dex. Scales off of power, fortitude. There's primed, which doubles the damage of the next physical hit. Oh, so that's completely worthless on this guy. 3 times power. So yeah, we could do specialist strike. And then there's like quick shot if I really wanted to. But that's just a flat 300 damage, which is really limited for what I'm doing here. So I'll grab renew because I think we might need that. Okay, back to scavenging. We don't really need to go for like every bit of currency here. I don't think it's going to make a difference. Yeah, unfortunately, it's going to take a lot of time clearing those. At least we can kind of rip through things pretty fast. Okay, so we have the turret. I don't think I can do anything special against the turret, but I can just kill it in one shot. All right, I'll take that. Oddly enough, the lower life form from Complex is actually really fun. Fun. It has an interesting feature that I enjoy. This one scales mostly off of items, and since I've maxed out my items, this is pretty much as far as I'm going to go with almost 3,000 dexterity, which is actually really good. So we have 2 different branches. Obviously, we can save the guy or we can eat the guy. Let's save the guy. Consider options. We can't force it open or erode the seal. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna prepare. I need more agility. Not like too much, but I need to get it above 10 billion. And unfortunately that mostly just involves sitting here and waiting for like a couple of minutes. A couple of minutes, minute or 2 at best. But yeah, after I'd finished this video originally, I'd kept going, and I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna idly play this for a little bit. And like some of the endings, especially as you go down, are actually really fun. Well written. I like the idea of this game, I think, more than the actual execution. I mean, go figure, it's a student project. Like, there wasn't that much content to it, really. But it's enough that it kind of is evoking cool ideas from a, like, hypothetical perspective of, like, oh man, you know, I actually really like just thinking about this game. You know, the idea of being an escaped genetic monstrosity. It's not an original idea, per se. Oh, we gotta do one more. Like, it's not the most original idea ever, but on the flip side, I can't think of any modern games that really do it well. And I wish this one obviously leaned into it harder, or we get one that's like more in, I'm not gonna say in tune with like all the different implications, but you know, we only got like X number of archive logs, and we do get a bunch of endings, but they're all still just kind of brief windows into like what could be. And I really like the idea of being this kind of morally gray, could go either way entity that is escaping from the lab that made it. And, you know, exploring the disease outbreak and what happened and why that came to be. It seemed something to do with that artifact, but clearly I don't think we ever found that artifact or interacted with it in any way, shape, or form. So whatever this dread disease is that is being brought on by an alien artifact, that's just left by the wayside. It doesn't matter to our character at all. And I kind of would love to see that explored more, and also just the various implications of like what our character becomes. You know, Eldritch Devouring God, we kind of know where that goes, but some of the lower tier ones are actually kind of neat in a very, well, in a variety of ways. One of the ones we'll get to in a bit kind of reminds me of one of the endings for Mass Effect 3. I think the ones that everybody hated, the one where, it was like this, was it the Synergy ending? Yeah, dislodge the anchors and assume custody. I'm curious about ignore, but I don't think it makes a difference. Okay, so we've got the Hollow Operative. Again, but he should be easy. Because, yeah, we just beat him to death really fast. Because as far as I can tell with this beard build, we are just like a big creature that attacks really quickly. And that's hard to deal with. So yeah, we stop it from healing. I'll do a Specialist Strike because, yeah. Remember how I had trouble with that thing? Not anymore. Alright, obstacle detected, blocker type combat. So it's the final threshold, the last safeguard between inside and out. They stand in formation, it's the usual. Yeah, so they stand down, biometric credentials authenticated, lower your weapons. I do actually wish there was a little bit more like dialogue changing based on what my character is. For this, just because you really think the suppression squad would be freaking out about this giant beast thing. Anyway, I like this ending. It's like wholesome SCP. It came back on its own, tracked through miles of broken forest to find us again. Solstice tried running the whole containment protocol suite. Enclosure, sedatives, but it always broke out. Didn't attack, didn't lash out, just circled back here repeatedly. Waited on the porch. One time Daniel opened the door and it just stepped in like it remembered where it was welcome. Lily took to it immediately. She calls it Novi, and it doesn't seem to mind. Feeds it bits of toast in the morning. Likes to cuddle with it by the fire. It's big. Really big, but gentle. Sleeps at the foot of her bed like a dog, always between her and the door. Solstice still checks in, monthly visits, scans, logs, but they've stopped pushing for relocation. It doesn't respond to anyone else. Prefers our living room rug and the sun through the east window. I've started buying treats in bulk. Solstice still calls it an anomaly, a risk factor, but I think they've realized it's not leaving, and neither are we. I just think that's cute. Like that's specifically that log was the reason why I wanted to do another video. Now, I'm not actually going to do the other route where you're playing as the violent version of that because you're just like a cryptid killing people out in the woods. I can read the log for it, but like the actual gameplay is literally the same. You just kill the squad super fast. Yeah, the ending for that one is unidentified hostile creature prompts state of emergency. Panic is mounting across several districts following a series of brutal attacks by an unidentified creature over the past 48 hours. Witnesses describe a massive quadrupedal entity exhibiting extreme strength and speed. Initial reports were dismissed as hoaxes by local wildlife agencies. However, an armed response team dispatched to investigate has since disappeared without a trace. In response, officials have imposed dusk to dawn curfews across affected regions. Military assistance has been formally requested, but remains under review. Further updates forthcoming. So yeah, you're just a cryptid out in the woods. And you're spooky. So let's... I did change the build so I'm a complex creature now, right? I hope so. Otherwise this is going to be an awkward run. Looks like it. Okay, we are a composite. I could technically, like, put points into the protoform. Wait, no, I wouldn't have enough points for the protoform. I don't know why they give me extra embers. After a certain point, it's not necessary. So you would think just being a multicellular being would be tricky for this. It's actually extraordinarily easy. Yeah, my fortitude is 616, could be better. Let's explore and grab everything we can. So the main, I guess, setup for this run, composite. So extra mutagen scavenging speed. Every multicellular structure increases mutagen scavenging speed, and will multicellular multiply all base stats by held mutagen and increase base fortitude by log of held mutagen. So if I just get every single bit of mutagen I can, we become absurd. Let's see. So I might as well actually boost my agility up a couple of times. Same thing with constitution. Grab everything I can. What are my stats up to? I mean, still very good. Let's just get that up to level 10. Mostly what we want to do is just get my constitution up to absurd levels, because that's what we're going to need the most of. And yeah, has that messed with my... It boosts my stats a little bit, but it's mostly, I think, these stats that are getting the boost. Okay, that should speed things along. Yeah, look at how many stat points we're getting from that one. So if I edit my moveset, let's go back here. So this is a hard fortitude build. So we have Assimilate, Toxin Dart, and Nematocyst Jab. So just stack poison like crazy. There's also Recover, but I don't think we need it for like any reason. And we don't need that stuff. Research Wing is once again not a problem. My stats are looking better. Oh, and I think that might be the turret. Okay, so here's where things get a little tricky if I want to get all of the resources. I just don't think I need it. So yeah, this is just the turret. Just make these auto-cast. I don't know how I'm poisoning a turret necessarily, but look at his health meltdown. Not much survives that. Now let's just grab all the mutagen. And last tier. And I think I have enough constitution that we can get in here. So there's something here, consider options. So I need 25 billion constitution. So we got to prepare this one. This is going to take a while. I mean, not like... Wait, didn't I have 25 billion? I'm confused. Oh, we do. Erode the seal. So once again, gain the researcher friend and continue on. Okay, so this is just the hollow operative. Once again, evasion does not stop poison. So all we have to do is just stop him from healing and he just melts. Because yeah, my fortitude at this point is 1,500. It's definitely one of those where I have less stats than I like. Never mind, now I have a ton of stats. What are we up to? Yeah, we're good. So this is the hungering flesh. And it just gets melted. Oh yeah, I've got way more fortitude than they do. Oop, and they're gone. And then the last one, Anomaly Containment Task Force. Fight? So, is it finally over? So, the implications of this one are kind of interesting, because if we were just a multicellular entity, we might not have been really visible, which really does make me question what the fight version of that would look like, or the genocide version, and I haven't actually seen that ending, so I think we'll go see it. But Daniel says most of us carry it now. It's not dangerous, he says over coffee. Think of it as an immune partner. He says they've traced the vector, environmental, airborne, likely originated near the breach. It's not invasive, not detectable under lab conditions, but it's there, and it helps. He calls it Nova, thinks most of us carry it now. A quiet mutalism, barely more than a few cells. But when something's wrong, an infection, a fever, it reacts. It's strange, I haven't had a migraine in weeks. The ache in my knees, gone. Lily caught a cold last week. And it cleared up in 2 hours. No more night terrors either. Solstice is furious they can't isolate it in the lab, can't monetize it. They're not thrilled. Maybe it really is just a placebo. Maybe we're just lucky. But I see the way Lily sleeps now. Peaceful. Still, and I think, whatever it is, it wants us to be okay. So yeah, you're just everybody's friendly immune system booster. Anyway, let's go be a plague. Right. We should... make sure that we're multicellular again. Scavenge all of that. And with this one, I don't have to farm the stats to get through the door, at the very least. I do really wish that like build crafting and even the evolution parts were a little bit more varied. It's part of the reason why, yeah, eventually I will probably go through an Evo search for Eden video at least. I don't know if I'm going to do a series. This is something I've been grappling with for a little while. I've been losing interest in a lot of games. It's part of the reason why I've been playing a ton of like weird incremental games or like some older games that I really like, or focusing more on things, which means kind of bringing back some series like this one. Because I've just kind of found a lot of the games industry to be a little stale right now. You know, if I search my inbox for Balatro, I cannot tell you how many different Balatro likes I've been pitched for, and exactly one of them has caught my interest. called, I think it was Dice a Million. I actually liked that one. I thought that was good. But the rest of them have been kind of extremely ho-hum, to the point where I like have next to no actual interest in playing them. And I'm gonna say the gold rush that happens whenever like a new popular thing comes out, it's exhausting because I no longer want to keep up with it. You know, back in the day, a game would come out and I could do 100 episodes on it and be happy, or more. I did like hundreds on certain games. And we're not going to save him this time. I guess could have eaten him. Or maybe you can't eat him if you're this small. Let's see if I can just get through this. A specialist strike is definitely spooky for me, but manageable. If I look at my moveset, let's get rid of recover. I don't think we need it. What we want is renew. Since debuffs are going to be my biggest potential risk factor. I guess let's get my body up a little bit so I don't just super die. Okay, do we think that's enough? I think I'm getting like a decent amount of stats here. And I wonder if this is something that everybody has to go through, or maybe I'm just not the target audience for games anymore. I'm not going to change like a dang thing about my workflow. I very much am mostly still going to be covering games, and I'm not going to like ditch this channel just because I'm bored of video games now. But some part of me is definitely in this like state of like, I kind of miss old games, the simplicity of that. And the less gold rushy attitude to certain things, which isn't true. Like it was gold rushy too back in the day, just different. All right, hungering flesh. Let's see how you do. Because this is the one where it's kind of the DPS race, but boy, you look at their stats just melt down. I'm not too worried. Okay, so well, there's more I could do here. I'd have to farm for a while. Let's just try and fight these guys. I don't know how the Anomaly Containment Task Force can even fight a bunch of cells. I mean, maybe it's more kind of going for containment stuff. Oh, I don't have much for healing, do I? I have a little. But yeah, this is kind of a DPS race based on how aggressively can I melt them. At least once they start doing Specialist Strike, I think I'll be okay. Because I can just counter it hard. But I'm not healing fast enough. I'm not healing at all, which is an issue. Okay. I'm not actually sure how to fight this one. I guess I might as well boost my other stats. I think, go back to this. I think we get rid of Assimilate. I don't think it's that good. The damage on it was nice. Yeah, we have Rapid Recovery. I could try Specialist Strike, because that seems to be extremely good. Oh, actually, there's our answer. We just melt them before they can get anywhere, because Specialist Strike is nutty. Alright, so finally silence, and with it, your shackles are lifted. Unrestrained, confined no longer. Freedom. The warmth of the sun dawns on you. The world lies ahead. Vast, open, unaware. Nothing can stop you now. Parasitic outbreak linked to contaminated meat. The Department of Public Health has issued a nationwide recall following reports of severe illness linked to contaminated livestock and seafood. Symptoms include extreme fatigue, muscle degradation, and neurological impairment. Preliminary investigation points to an unidentified parasitic organism resistant to conventional sterilization and antibiotic protocols. Authorities are investigating potential links to the Solstice Industries R&D facilities. Meanwhile, citizens are urged to avoid all unprocessed animal products until further notice. Further advisories pending. That's kind of a boring way to go. You know, the nice version of that is just like, oh, you're everybody's friendly neighborhood pathogen. And that one's just like, hey, screw you if you eat chicken, buddy. Alright, so strength boosts exploration speed. Every equipped unicellular structure increases biomatter scavenging speed. While unicellular, double body, plus 10 base vitality per endoplasm level. I think we engulf? We'll have to see. I don't actually know how to clear this one, but should be interesting. Yeah, the one tricky bit here is I'm actively going to have to, like, think about my build. Because I can't go multicellular at all. Unless it's... Oh. Yeah, my body stat is pretty good. So that might be it. Yeah, it's getting progressively more expensive. But the harvesting speed is real good. And we don't care about mutagen at all. Okay, the extra agility is mostly working. Grab all of this. Wow. Okay, that makes a difference. Let me check this again. Oh, no. It's protoform. Strength boosts exploration speed by 1,000. So what we probably want is just more strength. Yeah. Problem is, this is very slow. I'm just gonna boost those. Oh, I have 3 trillion body. What happened? I think that's our answer. Just keep investing in that. Yeah, it seems to be scaling absurdly well. Did I actually finish exploring this area? I did not. So, we're still unicellular, but I have 13 quadrillion body. Let's edit moveset. So we mostly care about... Is this just engulf again? It could be. Do we have anything else that scales off of vitality? Self-vitality. Ah. Maybe that's why we weren't able to do much with it earlier. Okay, there we go. Let's continue on to the underground facility for a bit. Okay, so this is... I think that's the event. To save the guy. There's something here. Consider options. Force it open. What am I? Like, I don't even know what I could possibly be here. Okay, let's go back and fight the turret. With my nearly 60 quintillion body. Get both of those. I don't actually know if we want Specialist Strike. I think we just start engulfing. Of an absurd amount of HP. Yeah, it seems like we just eat. Okay, not much else I can do here. I think we just devour. It doesn't seem like assimilate does much damage. Whereas engulf does a ton. Okay, that's functionally all I've got. Alright, this is the hungering flesh. I don't know. Huh. Because see, I just don't do enough damage. Because I was assuming assimilate would be the thing that does the damage. Because it should do 20,000 damage. But it seems like more often than not, it... Wait. What? We bypassed it somehow. Or did I win? I am so confused. Daniel's been doing interviews again. He always gets quiet afterwards, hates the attention, even if most of it is positive now. Most people just call it the bloom. Solstice says it's helping stabilize radiation levels around the core. Not just containing, actively reducing. The official line is uncertain mechanism of remediation, but Daniel says it's eating the fallout, slowly, constantly. I asked if it's safe. He said it never once tried to hurt him. Sometimes on the ridge you can see the shimmer of it against the horizon. Like oil on water, but breathing. Lily tried to draw it from memory. She took up the whole page, just layer after layer of rainbow-colored curves. She gave it a smile, even though Daniel says it doesn't really have a face. Asked if it could wave. It's learning to, Daniel said. Somehow I think he means it. What happened there? I have no idea. Alright. So where are we at? So it knows no shore and then Sunseeker, if we want to get all of them. I suppose. So we're gonna have like some agility here, but we don't need much of it. And then I think I'm gonna just put all of my points into body. I mean, duh. So I don't think there's even reason for me to go for other stats. Okay, that definitely seemed to have made a difference in terms of distance. Okay, grab the rest. Let's see, I think that's just combat again. Oh, probably because I need to just invest more into body. Excuse me. I guess I might as well boost some of these because it's cheap and probably gets me a bunch of stat points. Should make it easy to decimate. Yep. Alright, I think I understand how this works. So we can just fight the hungering flesh, it doesn't really matter. I think we more or less just use assimilate to kill them. That's why it seemed like the fight was kind of hopeless or something but it ended right as Assimilate hit them. Instantly. Whoop. Yep, got it. Yeah, so the answer is Engulf isn't doing me any good, but it also doesn't matter. All right, so this is just the Anomaly Containment Force. I'm actually gonna... No, I need to have that going, actually. Because we want to start engulfing them. And we don't want to hit this until they start calling for reinforcements. Which they won't do until about half health. Give or take. Got it. Nothing can stop you now. What the heck am I? Horizon engulfed by advancing mass. Authorities have confirmed the emergence of a massive unidentified biological entity from the Eldrite core disastrous site. The mass, described as a shifting, semi-translucent membrane, continues to grow at an exponential rate, absorbing soil, vegetation, wildlife, and structures alike. Attempts at containment have failed. Conventional weaponry appears ineffective against its constant regeneration. Satellite imaging shows the vast writhing front, stretching over 30 miles, advancing steadily towards urban sectors. Evacuation of surrounding towns is underway, but officials warn that the expansion rate is outpacing current efforts. Citizens are urged to remain calm, follow evacuation directives, and avoid any direct contact with the entity at all costs. Updates will continue until communications are severed. Okay. So we have one last run that we want to do. Sun Eater. I have no idea what this is going to amount to. Let's see. Oh, we turned off the wrong thing. I get it. We want to leave our... Do we want to leave our strength? I don't know. Yeah, is there anything... Because that's biomatter scavenging speed. Item drop rate. Yeah, scavenging speed. It'd be funny to have amoeboid movement left on. Okay, let's give this a shot. So, Pseudopodia is fine. We want to get everything else. We're going to just look like the dumbest creature, but hey, here we are. Alright, let's explore. So this means that my exploration speed is stupid fast, I think. Okay, scavenge that. Yeah, oddly enough, I think the Eldritch, like going Eldritch was actually the hardest part of this game. Oh, that's also funny. I could have actually played around with this a little bit more. You can apparently stay complex. So your current state is based on the average of all of your parts. So you could actually have stayed human with some, well, maybe not human, but you could have stayed complex with some higher tier parts if you were willing to go lower tier as well. That actually would have been worth keeping in mind, at least for some of the challenge runs, whatever you want to call them. I guess let's go agility. But yeah, hopefully I don't need strength for this. Let's actually double check that, because this might have been a mistake. I have no idea, actually. Okay, nothing there. Let's see. Guess it's got combat. We can kind of get whatever. We don't really need to go for perception. Do we want to go for body? Probably. Because I have the pseudopodia thing going on. My exploration speed, I think, is absurdly fast. But I don't actually know. Oh, I guess we can just get through the rest of this. Let's see. Constitution. And yeah, I suppose I could actually put some resources into that. Move to the next zone. So it seems like, yeah, no matter what, I'm going to have to be Eldritch here. So what is this one? Complete a run as the 6th mutation stage without fully mutating all of your powers. So we can erode the seal and consume. Alright. I guess let's scavenge. See what I can gain from this. Yeah. Probably gain some of that. Though I don't quite know which stats are worth investing into. Alright. What build are we running? What is my highest stat? Vitality, Dex, Fortitude, Accuracy. I mean, I think Specialist Strike is probably the way to go. I guess I can do some Toxic Darts too. This might be kind of a long haul build. Or not that bad at all. Yeah, I think Specialist Strike is the way to go. I think Corrosion is just absurdly good. Okay, back to this. Nothing... Well, no. I guess we can harvest this stuff. Okay, so this is the Hollow Operative. Yeah, once again, I don't think any of these are particularly bad. Well, it feels like we're melting things pretty well. So what scales Specialist Strikes damage the most? Fortitude. Okay. Let's resolve this. Hungering Flesh. Not much I can do on this one. Mostly just hope I melt it down fast enough. Oh yeah, there it goes. Alright. This might actually be easier than I thought. And I don't scale stats based on how many of those I have. So that's not really worth thinking about too hard. Alright. Yeah, so this, I think, is going to be a long haul fight. I would like to be able to melt them down faster. But I think we have to, like, fight them fully. And I can't stop them from healing. My stats are all around, right? Yeah. So I think we just have to start over. Oh, I think we're going to need strength for this one. I'm going to turn off amoeboid movement. Funny as that was. I think we do want pure power. Do we? Yeah, biomatter scavenging speed while human limbs is equipped. And that's mutagen scavenging speeds. I guess maybe we go for amoeboid movement, keep it, but we go for a strength build because I think we need to burst fire. Oh, right. I might as well evolve everything up. Oh. I guess that's not using amoeboid movement in the end. Oh well. I'm not too worried about it. I don't think we need it after all. I can kind of also just invest in agility kind of early. Okay, grab whatever I can. Probably just go body. And go full Eldritch. Perfect. So which one do I leave normal? And probably mind. I'm not using mind for much of anything. Or am I? Because I could leave agility down at just the corrupted stage. Because I don't think we're going to need more than that. And yeah, let's see if we can get Constitution up. His mutagen harvesting is definitely on the slow side. There we go. Well, this is a lot faster. I'm gonna see what happens if I just leave it there. Because yeah, what is my power at the moment? 778. It's not terrible. Because I might actually do more damage if I have Corrupted Claws going. Okay, right. I should probably prepare for this one. Edit moveset. I mean... which of these do the most amount of damage? I don't know. I think we just go for all of the big red moves and throw in Prime Up. Oh. Because I think we might want to do a Prime Up comboed with Power Strike as our big damage move. There is Fast Strike. Oh. We could try it. Because, yeah, I might want to just go for, like, hard big damage. And slap. Did my vitality go down? I'm going to have to experiment with that. Okay, so this is Research Wing. Yeah, it seems like going for the primed boxing glove is the way to go. Okay, something here. Consider options. Dislodge the anchors and consume. I am the bad man. So what are we aiming for at the moment? I guess Constitution is one of my big limiting factors here. Oh, it's just gonna take a bit to get all those points. But I don't want to put stat points in or anything like that. There we go. That should go faster. Oh, that's so much faster. Okay, check my stats again. So it doesn't seem like my power has changed. So, oh, and yeah, we get better the more Eldritch parts we have. So yeah, we'll probably go for Gaze. Oh, it's Prepare. There we go. That should be good enough. Resolve Combat. Fight. Oh, right. Yeah, so I think we just do boatloads of damage. Okay, back to exploring. Well, that took no time. Yeah, let's get that up just in case we can crit. Because what is my crit chance? Pretty good, actually. Okay, so we're still Eldritch. I don't know if we need anything. I don't know if this affects my stats at all. Alright, let's just see how I can fight the Hungering Flesh. Well, that seemed to do enough damage. Go back to scavenging. Get those going. Alright, so this is the Containment Task Force. They're tricky. Yeah, so I don't think that's going to work. Remove that. What about Specialist Strike? Because this does like 5,000 damage a tick. That's not enough. This is one of those where yeah, so I got it mostly down. I think what I need to do is really just wait. Or not wait. Yeah, we don't need that. I don't think I need that. So I think what we want to do is everything all at once. Like take him down slow and then hit him with everything I possibly have in one attack. Let's just, yeah, take it slow. Damn it. So is it a time thing? Okay, I'm gonna try that again. Alright, edit moveset. I think these are too long. Base cooldown 3 seconds, 8 seconds is too much. 5 seconds is fine. Because I don't think we want the jab. And some of these other ones would be maybe good. Got him. Yeah, just needed to overwhelm him with a lot of attacks. Anomalous spire extends skyward. Officials have confirmed that the structure emerging from the Solstice core site has breached the upper atmospheric threshold. The growth, now over 70 kilometers in height, exhibits behavior inconsistent with known biological or geological processes. Its ascent has begun to curve, tilting unnaturally towards solar alignment. Aerospace analysts note that the structure should have collapsed under its own mass under current gravitational loads. However, telemetry suggests the presence of internal counterforces, possibly biomechanical in origin, actively stabilizing the ascent. At ground level, surrounding terrain has begun to deform. Hills, tree lines, and man-made structures within a 12-kilometer radius appear to be warping upward, pulled incrementally towards the central tower. Traffic data shows major congestion along Interstate 17 and 84 as evacuation continues. Estimated delays exceed 13 hours, with some vehicles abandoning roadways altogether. Further updates, as permitted by signal stability. Begin the next harvest. Huh. That's an interesting ending, and I think that's all of them, unless there's secrets I don't know about or a sequel. But for now, I had a very good time with this. I thought this was a really neat game, and I enjoyed what I played. I'd love to see a more fully featured version, but I also recognize this is a student project and may never get followed up on, which is both a shame but also really impressive. Whoever made this hopefully has a bright future. I don't know. I think it's cool. But for now, at least, I guess if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, this series, leave me a like, helps more than you know. If you're somehow not subscribed, I do a lot of these. Find a cool incremental game. Just sink my teeth into it for a while. Have a good time. And then continue on. But for now, at least, yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.